All aboard! Hello and welcome to this edition of Shaky Hand Shed, where I'll be showing Heywood, Model Railway Shop and the Model Railway Group, or Club, whatever you want to call it. Please excuse me, I've got a frogging throat, bad cold and I'm struggling for breath. And here we are, there's a paraffin heater there. And straight away the club rooms, they give that beautiful smell of the past, paraffin heating. Smells absolutely gorgeous. If you're a 60s kid, you know what I mean. And here we've got a Thomas layout. You've got a double-decker buzzing corner, I don't know that one's name. Bertie's on the bridge though there. You've got a pregnant roller skate in a couple of minutes behind the station there. And going round, we've got a crane here. And over yonder, I think that's Toby the tram engine on his air brake van. I don't know. And we've got Thomas there. And his stand-ins having a refit at the sheds. And on to the circus. Bright lights, the circus comes to town. Bit of Def Leppard. We've got Harold the helicopter there. And I think it's had Sprog. And a station there. Nice little football game going on. Not sure why they've got the tractor on the pitch. Sawdor Toy Factory with a windmill. Must make windmills. There you go. That's a toy. That's a layout in construction. Anyway, into the shop. And it's RJB models, it's only just opening, so he's finding his feet. He wants to expand, but he's got a nice selection of stock. And anything he gets in and puts out for sale, he's serviced it, lubricated it, cleaned it, so you've got decent models. That's a nice one. I quite fancied that. The Freightliner hoppers are nice. And Hogwarts Station or whatever, I don't know. Some rail match paint there, I didn't see what colour. Old Hornby track cleaning van. Well, there's a good selection of stuff. He has an auto coach. That loco was nice too. Skinhead, I think. And some very nice looking stuff. Nice selection of locos. Some are pretty new boxed. Like he has a nice stock level, and if he doesn't have it in the shop, if you ask him, because he has loads behind the scenes. So he can help you out with anything you want, and he does. As far as I know, he does repairs and fitting chips and stuff like that. Nice class 66 I nearly had myself. If I weren't watching me money this week, that'd have been mine. Down to the signal box. That, I think it's low gauge, that one. It's a larger gauge than HO and 00, obviously. Some carriages down in those. Brian's taking a shuffle through. me buddy, and he's at Unit 4, River Street, Heywood, OL10 4AB. If you look him up first before you go there, because they're slightly unusual opening hours. He has some unusual gear as well, like these American ballast stoppers and conveyors. Anyway, back out to the club. And this one's a nice layout. Little Scamel Scarab there. And up to the main street where you've got a yellow bus. That looks quite tidy on the street, that. The yellow coach. And down to, I'm not sure what modern make that was. I know some of them. There you are, there's nice ones as well. Moggy Minor Post fan. And there's workshop area, well equipped. If you're a member at club, they've got about everything there. Everything you'd want. You could spend a few enjoyable hours there, and if you're a starter, learn off people that have been doing it for years. You can all add something to it. I helped one of the guys there the other night with a slight electrical problem he had. Helped him out. And there we are, that's a nice little layout. A 3-rail layout, either Dublo or Roker, Fleischmann, whatever. Marklin, possibly. They're all much the same, 3-rail. I don't go there, I think it's AC. There we go, a couple of unusual wagons down there. Looking good. And here we come round, you've got a coaling plant. Engine sheds, this is pretty obvious 50s, 60s. And here we go. Over to this one's quite a nice little layout. We're running round. He were having trouble with cutting out on the points, and that's where I helped him. They were just cleaning the top of the rails, and I suggested cleaning the side inside the points blades, because it's probably got dirt on the inside, cutting the... Anyway, that's what it were, basically, and they were up and running again. I like this little rail bus lit up. Mooch over here and have a mooch round. It's quite good mooching in and out of everything and having a look at stuff. So I'm quite interested. It's a nice little setup, this layout. Looks good. Ain't the only real one with anything running, so... But I can watch them just coming round like that rail bus there. Looks pretty good. And I'm getting into this if I can, just... You know, my DSLR's a bit awkward for filming at exhibitions and at layouts, whereas my phone and my GoPro, you can get in better with them for filming track level or putting in different areas, getting different shots. Like this one here. I pretty much couldn't have done this with DSLR. Get a shot like that. Which if I turn the phone upside down and put the lens at the bottom, it'd give an even better track level view. But yeah. There we go, going through. coming through this way. Looks pretty cool. And they've got layouts under construction so you can learn constructing that one there. Oh, we're looking at this one first, are we? Okay. Alright. Go back to this one. Bloke having a sleep on the platform. Another one there fell head first into something. He's up checking his gutters, that lad there. It's a nice little factory yard scene. Needs a bit of life, like figures and trucks and stuff. Mind you, it could be Sunday. Everybody's on the platform, so they must be going out, on Sunday. Factories used to do that on a Sunday. Close. And here we have one that's in the progress of being made. Thing looking like a riverbed they're doing there or something. And track works down and looking good. And there's like a lot of railway modellers, they forget. You go through a lot of that before you get your scenic one up like that one there. You'll go through a lot of stirring at a work in progress. Like this, stirring at blocks of polystyrene and burr wood, and that's going to be a nice potteries there. Must be a Midlands scene. But yeah, there's looks like fiddle yard for this layout here. Some nice locals in there. Some nice stock in there in general. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty layout when done. Looking good. And this one on it, I think he's obviously got some sort of signalling idea going on there. It looks a good idea. Signalling for going out onto the layout. Looks pretty good. And there we are, that's nice. Pretty cool. And there we go. I don't know how that Western got on top of the sheds. But hey ho. Or on top of the factory. What's going on there? That'd have been a tricky lift with a big crane. And a flock of bats. Good way to hide the power system. In a block of flats. And that's going to be nice, the arches and high rises. Anyway, I bought something from the shop. I got a Maltster's grain wagon, which that's an Engage one. Mine's double O, and I've got a Milwaukee Road reefer, and I've got another reefer as well. Or boxcar more correctly. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you are a subscriber, thank you very much. And tatty pie, everyone. Tatty.